Everything has a beginning. Everything starts with what? A thought. Everything starts with a thought. A chair started with a thought. Everything starts with a thought. Where do thoughts come from? They come from your mind. And your mind's job is what? Simply to produce thoughts. That's all it is. Your mind is a thought-producing vehicle. It never stops. Here's the key thing. No matter how hard you try, you are never, ever going to stop your mind from producing thoughts. Where we get in trouble is not that the mind produces thoughts, it's we become attached to specific thoughts. We become attached to thoughts that either please us or displease us, our preferences. So it's not the thoughts that are the problem. It's the perceptions, the desires we have around which thoughts we only want. And that's what the ego does. So the idea is, can you accept the thoughts that are being generated and just let them pass through? A true yogi, a true master of the mind, is one who has thoughts just like everybody else, but they're not attached to what those thoughts are. They don't determine, well, this is nicer than that, so I'm only going to think thoughts like that. I'm only going to think thoughts like that. Or I'm going to avoid any thoughts that are not like that. Either way, you're making a preference. Because let me share something with you. Life is going to happen. And life is going to happen in every which way you can imagine. It's not going to be always peaceful. It's not going to always be loving. It's not going to always be joyful. That's not life. Life is about contrast. It's about the balance. It's everything. And you see, without the balance, you're never going to be at peace, because contrast will be constant. Change is constant. We couldn't feel if there wasn't contrast. So to try to think that life is going to be always joyful is one of the most ridiculous things that cause people the most psychological problems you can imagine. To think that everyone on this planet is here so that you can be happy and that you can rearrange everything that's happening in this cosmos for your happiness. Let me just say, that's quite narcissistic. If you really break it down, that's quite narcissistic to think that you have the power to arrange everything. What you do have the power is to not attach to those thoughts. To not attach to those thoughts. In the midst of me sharing with you, right now, down by my right hand, I have a 11-month-old puppy, adolescent dog, chewing on it because she does. So if I'm going to sit here and say I can control my dog all the time, that's ridiculous. She's 11 months old. She does what 11 months old do. Now I can be attached or I can be unattached. I don't like it, but I accept it. And by accepting it, it doesn't stir up my emotions, the positive or the negative ones. That's the key. You see, when you have thoughts and you attach big emotions to them, now the mind produces more things that are aligned with that. And that's what you're going to see life as, and that's not going to be fun. When you fight against something, you attract more of it. When you crave something, you cause yourself to crave more. Life is going to happen. Accept what is in front of you and move forward. That's the key process. It's a simple process to live. That's what spirituality is. Accepting what's in front of you, being in it, and then moving forward. Don't bring it with you. Learn from it. Have the experience, but move forward. You see, you are meant to experience. I believe you're meant to experience as much life as you can. And life is not a one-sided thing. Life is all sides. It's your choice whether you attach thoughts, whether you put emotions to them, or you simply feel, experience, and let go. And no one can do it for you. That's the beauty of life. It's yours. And you're the master if you choose to be. Much love.